Hey Dolphins fans, let's get to the latest on our team. But before we get into today's exciting update, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of the latest Dolphins news. Alright, let's get to it. The Miami Dolphins have just announced their team captains for the 2024 season, and there's a lot to be excited about. The Dolphins have selected 8 players to wear the coveted C on their jerseys this year, and it's a mix of familiar faces and some new leaders stepping up. Let's start with the offense. If you've been following the Dolphins, you won't be surprised to see that the same foursome from last year is back. We have quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, fullback Alec Ingold, wide receiver Tyreek Hill, and offensive lineman Terron Armstead returning as captains. These guys aren't just leaders on the field. They're coming off Pro Bowl seasons and are ready to power this offense in 2024. Now, on the defensive side of things, we have some serious firepower. Leading the pack is Jalen Ramsey, who many of you know as Gold Jacket for his Hall of Fame potential. Ramsey, a former captain with the Rams, is back as the Dolphins' leader, bringing that championship mentality with him. Joining him are linebacker David Long Jr., defensive tackle Zach Sealer, and defensive lineman Calais Campbell. Let's take a closer look at these defensive captains. Zach Sealer, who has been with the Dolphins the longest of any current defensive player, is getting the captain's nod for the first time. And what a journey it's been for him, from NCAA Division II to setting a franchise sack record for an inside lineman last season with 10 sacks. Talk about earning your stripes. David Long Jr. is another first-time captain, and he's coming off a monster 2023 season where he was the NFL's top run defensive linebacker according to Pro Football Focus, with a run defense grade of 92.6. That's right, the best in the league. Long's reaction to the news was priceless. He called his mom immediately to share the moment, and you can feel how much this means to him. Calais Campbell, on the other hand, is no stranger to leadership. Entering his 17th NFL season, Campbell is the Dolphins' veteran quarterback, and he brings a wealth of experience. Not only is he a captain, but he'll also wear the Walter Payton Man of the Year patch, an honor that speaks volumes about his character on and off the field. Let's not forget about Alec Ingold. This guy is the definition of a glue guy in the locker room. He's loved by his teammates not just for what he does on the field, but for who he is off it. Ingold's charitable work and his off-football endeavors, including writing his own book, The 7 Crucibles, have made him one of the most respected voices in the locker room. He's a motivator, a leader, and a captain through and through. And of course, there's Tua. The recently extended Tua Tagovailoa is now a 3-time captain under Mike McDaniel, and it's clear he's found his groove in Miami. After a rocky start to his NFL career, Tua is coming off a season in which he led the NFL in passing. He said this is the most comfortable season he's felt in his entire career, and it's showing. Tua is the heart and soul of this offense, and his leadership will be key as the Dolphins look to make a deep playoff run. One thing to note is the absence of some familiar faces from last year's captaincy. Christian Wilkins, who was a captain last season, left as a free agent, earning a massive contract with the Raiders. Xavier Howard was also a captain in 2023. But after being cut in the offseason as a salary cap hit, he's still looking for a new team. Safety Jevon Holland, who was a captain last year, also won't wear the C this season, which is interesting considering he's in a contract year. The Dolphins have the oldest roster in the NFL, and with veterans like Campbell, Armstead, and Hill, they have no shortage of leadership and experience. These guys have been there, done that, and are ready to mentor the younger players early in the season. So, what do you think? Dolphins fans, are you excited about this group of captains leading the charge in 2024? Do you think this mix of veteran leadership and emerging stars is what the Dolphins need to take them over the top this season? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Tyreek Hill is fresh off another spectacular season, his 8th consecutive Pro Bowl appearance, and he's looking more confident than ever. When he spoke to the media this week, you could just feel the energy and excitement in his words. When asked about being named a team captain again, Hill didn't just shrug it off. He embraced it. "It means I'm still doing my thing here," he said with a big smile. For Hill, being a captain isn't just about leading on the field, it's a recognition of his growth throughout his career. He's proud of the role, and he's ready to take on the challenge of leading this Dolphins team, which he believes is the best we've had in years. And it's not just Hill who's excited. The whole team is buzzing. Hill mentioned that everyone is on the edge of their seats, eager to get on the field and show what they've got. He talked about the 3 days off before the game, and how all he could think about was lining up with his teammates and making plays. Hill is hyped, and he's confident that this is the year the Dolphins can do something special. "What a time to be alive, to be a Dolphins fan," he said. And honestly, who can argue with that? One interesting point Hill brought up was the age of the team. Yes, the Dolphins are the oldest team in the NFL right now, but Hill sees that as a major advantage. With veterans like Terron Armstead, Calais Campbell, and Jordan Poyer, This team has a wealth of knowledge and experience that can't be overlooked. Hill talked about how these guys bring a certain swagger and mindset to the team that's been missing in the past. They've got stories, they've got tales, and they've got a winning mentality that they're passing on to the younger players. It's this blend of wisdom and youthful energy that Hill believes can make this team truly great. But it's not just about the veterans. Hill was quick to highlight how the offense has evolved during training camp. Tua Tagovailoa has taken another big step forward, and Hill couldn't be more impressed. According to Hill, Tua has been over-communicating, making sure everyone on offense is on the same page, which is a huge shift from when Hill first joined the team. Tua's growth as a leader is evident, and Hill compared him to Patrick Mahomes in the way he's now finding his receivers after every play to discuss and improve. This kind of leadership is what's going to push this offense to new heights in 2024. And speaking of the offense, Hill had nothing but praise for his fellow wideout, Jalen Waddle. Hill predicts an all-pro season for Waddle, who has been taking his preparation to the next level. Waddle's work ethic in the classroom and on the field has been impressive, and Hill believes Waddle is ready to lead the team in a big way. He's expecting big things from Waddle, and so should we. Hill also spoke about the rest of the receiving corps, which has become one of the most dynamic in the NFL. While Hill joked about the lack of height in the room, he made it clear that size doesn't matter when you have the skill, speed, and determination that these guys have. From Odell Beckham Jr. to Braxton Berrios, Hill believes this group has what it takes to win big games. And with Wes Welker coaching them, the sky's the limit. Of course, Hill didn't shy away from talking about his own goals for the season. Although he's coming off a historic year with 1,700 receiving yards, Hill is more focused on winning games than padding his stats. He experienced all of that in Kansas City, and now he's bringing that championship mentality to Miami. Hill is focused on doing whatever it takes to help the team win, whether that's racking up yards or simply being a leader on and off the field. And as we approach Week 1, Hill's excitement is contagious. He sees something special about this team, something that can't be measured by physical talent alone. It's the mental toughness, camaraderie, and willingness to go the extra mile that he believes will set this team apart. Hill mentioned how the players have been hanging out more, building that bond that is so crucial to success. It's those little things that can make all the difference when the season gets tough. So, what do you think, Dolphins fans? Are you as excited as Tyreek Hill about the upcoming season? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more Dolphins updates. Fins up!